My name is YUKESWARAN anak lelaki SELVA THURAI. So our group name is Wheel of D and our project title is Crusher Machine. So our product background are Crusher Machine is a machine that designed to reduce large size material into a smaller size material, which change the form of waste material so that it can be more easily disposed or recycled. Basically, crushing is a process of transferring a force amplified by mechanical advantage through a material made of molecules that bond together more strongly and resist deformation. Okay, now problem statement. This plastic crusher is inspired from the wastage of workpiece in college. During the workshop classes, students will be provided a piece of block workpiece which is made from aluminium or mild steel in order to done their task which are milling process and lathe process. So the problem arises when once the student done their task on the workpiece, the workpiece are no longer used anymore, and this causes the excessive of leftover workpiece and leads to wastage. At the same time, the usage of metal and aluminium material of workpiece used by the student causes high cost. So the workpiece, the plastic workpiece will be shredded into a plastic crusher and proceed to the next process, which is plastic injection molding to create a new workpiece. The objectives of our project are to study the plastic crusher based on each mechanism. Next, to develop a plastic crusher which is for educational purpose, which used by the college. Next, to minimize the cost of mild steel and aluminium material of block piece by substituting into a plastic material, and to implement the recycle system by using the plastic material. Our scope of project are, in this project we will use CAD software, SolidWorks software, and the machine function is specially for crushing the workpiece, and this research method is done by using a survey, which are we used questionnaire method. Okay, next, product significant. So this design of crusher machine capable to break the plastic workpiece, and throughout this design, the plastic workpiece can be broken into pieces and maximize the space of recycle bin. In terms of college usage purpose, this crusher machine can be promoted as a new design by implementing the plastic material as a new workpiece by substituting the metal and aluminium workpiece.
For this part of video, we will show the expanded view of our product. Our product consists of three sub-assemblies, which are the plastic crusher machine, the table, and lastly, the motor. The plastic crusher machine was assembled with 13 blades, 13 rings, 13 triangular support, 2 shafts, 4 bearings, 2 pin support, housing, and 2 spurs gear. Our products are powered by 3 horsepower motor. The power from the motor is then transmitted through gear transmission to the machines, which then driven the component in the machine.
So for the static analysis, we analyze a gear of plastic crusher machine. So as we can see that the mass is 224.825 grams. As you can see, for the mesh before simulate, for the arrow orange color, we assume that per item is 5 Newton. So for the green color is the fixed geometry. So at the SolidWorks, as we can see, the stress for von Mies for the gear is the color for critical part is at the shaft and the key where they were orange color, so the maybe failure can affect at this gear. So for displacement, as we can see that the displacement will occur to at this point. Then for the strain equivalent, the critical at this point. So after that, we analyze the fatigue for the shredder or blade. So as we can see, we choose the material 1060 alloy steel. So at the mesh, when mesh with the load at the purple arrow is, we assume is 3 Newton per item. So this is the fixed geometry for the blade. As we can see, the blade at the fatigue result damage, we assume that 3 Newton will not occur any critical or damage percentage. So in this part, we can assume this blade, we can assume that the blade is in a good condition. So for result 2 live, also not occur any damage or any critical that can affect the blade. For other analysis, we analyze a shaft. So the purple color is show that the total load, and this is the fixed geometry for the green arrow. So we assume 250 Newton because the blade and the ring at this point total will be around 7 blade. So they occur that this is for stress 1 Mies, and the displacement where the critical part at the center of the shaft. So this is strain of equivalent. So this is for triangle support, for support at shaft where the ring at this point. So the ring will affect the triangle support. For the result stress von Mies can show that the effect will be at the end of the triangle support.
For the part of sustainability and environmental consideration in engineering designs, our product apply 3 elements of concept of sustainability of development, which including economy, environment, and social. For the economy, the price is affordable and low maintenance cost, while from the design aspect, our product is small and compact size, artistic in designs, lightweight, throat size, and power requirement. For the environment aspect, it will produce low noise and vibration free. For the social aspect, we have a tool which is referred to society and function. For the function, it's easy to use and durable and long lifetime, while society is safety toward user, which is overall protection, and the lastly is sustainability, with ability to reduce time and cost of operation. For the designs of environment for plastic crusher, we have a 5 types of elements DOE. First, designs of minimal use of material for the shaft enable the transfer of energy from one component to another when power is transmitted. For the crusher blade, it crushes the plastic into the pieces, and the last gear, which is transfer power to the shaft and allows transmission. For the design for non-hazardous material use, crusher blade is using the aluminum type while frame is steel type. For the design for recyclability, the plastic crusher machine used as a recycle mechanism for plastic by crushing it without damage the environment. Next is design for energy efficiency, which is referred to the motor. The motor will convert mechanical power delivered by the motor to the electrical power that supplied to the motor. Lastly is design for disassembly. For the bearing, the component is easy to disassemble as no attachment is in contact with bearings and allowing easy dismantle for maintenance at any time. And lastly is for screw. This screw is able to assemble different types of parts of the machine and can be taken off using screwdriver. That's all from me. Thank you.
Greetings. Moving on to cost evaluation. So as you can see here, this is a table of manufacturing costs. This is the components, the quantity for each component, and price per unit for each component. Our overall cost for this is 1,782, which includes the cost of fabricating and also procuring of all the components. Next is overhead cost. Here is where we charge for the indirect material, indirect labor, rent, utilities, and etc. We managed to get about 23,000 of the costing. Next is our development cost. This is usually the early stage of the product development process. So we spent 100 on surveys and 3,000 on research and development of our products. In total, 3,100. Okay, for our competitors, although our competitors is also doing the business strategy as us, but with our competitive pricing and excellent design concept, we believe we have the upper hand in the market control. Next is our target market. Our target market is the training institutes, the Polytechnic Mara, and also the vocational college. So next is our 3-year financial forecast. So we forecast that since we sell each unit product is for 1,782 and we'll be selling it for 3,100. This means that we will earn 1,300 of profits for each unit. So on the first year, we will target for selling of 180 units, which totals of 237,000 of profits. Second year will increase it to 140 units, which is 316,000 ringgit of profits. Next is the third year, which is 300 units. We will be getting a profit of 395,000 ringgit. 395,000 ringgit. Okay. So that's the third year. Okay, moving on to the conclusion and summary. Okay, the conclusion of this project is that the development of this product is physically realizable, meaning that the design of the plastic shredder managed to solve the problem statement and reach the objective needed. Okay. We created a plastic shredder that meets criteria, which is compact and lightweight, without even sacrificing the usability of the product. So okay, let's go and I'll overview the process. Okay, first, starting off, we do the idea generation. We generate ideas, and once we have the idea, the concept, we define it. We define it by market survey or conceptual design. Once we have a design on board, we will do the testing, which is a software analysis. Okay, after that we will start designing a prototype. Okay, once the prototype is fully tested, fully done, then we will start branding it and funding the project so we can mass produce it and sell it to the market. Okay, that's it. So that is all for the overview. Thank you, and that is all.